quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact blank hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. He'll do it himself. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. It's a running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll run it from the gun. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
First down here for the offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Alford. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. To the air on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion off.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got some room to run.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Looking to throw on first down. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Off the play fake. Quick completion on the out. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. And in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it.
Oof, that boy's got you holding your breath every time he runs the football. So elusive, so fast. He scrambles around, buys time, and throws an incompletion. But every incompletion even looks good because it's so exciting to watch.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Using the quick game. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. New set of downs after the completion. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Hands it off. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the running back. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Oregon is in trouble right now, and unless something drastic changes, we're looking at foie gras on the menu tonight in Eugene. They're trailing by 14 to Texas A&M. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolute.
There he goes. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Alabama needs just a few inches here on 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Fires to the tight end. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Alabama quickly back to the line. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Alford. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got his man, makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Alford. Turning it on. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with...
A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass. Spits it out to the back. Snags it over the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Okay, ready?
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Wanting to move the chains. Here comes Alabama on 4th. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
So here comes the Michigan offense. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple of touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes the grab on the big throw. He's loose. Touchdown, Michigan. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man to the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
He rifles one deep down the middle. And it's picked off for the third time today. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Power football with the run. Fights off the defender. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
Going to swing it on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Got his man on the right. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Running to Green. Makes a man miss. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Let's send the tight end in motion. The play action fake. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Now facing a third and long. Now the play fake. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. Wide open, he makes the catch. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Wolverines had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there and then create a negative play.
Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the middle. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Looking for more room.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Tight end finds a soft spot. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
We're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. TCU has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 21 to North Carolina. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys. And
the ball is loose on the return. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
Defense might bring the house here. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago. He wants to take the top off. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off.
Intercepted to stop the threat. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Well, the good news is after that second pick of the third quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that. This guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the second half.
Man, it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the second half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going. They're dealing with a second and long. He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game. You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. Okay, great. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Fires downfield. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. Got the back over the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Bama! The offense puts up 6 with that trip to the end zone. With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. And the return man's journey is stopped, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make second and short so much easier, so much more manageable.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Back to pass on second down. Sends it downfield. And he grabs it at the 15. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Firing to the right, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Trying play action. Quarterback moving. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And this is the hard part about being on defense, choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a pop.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. Nearly another interception. It'll be second down.
We've seen a lot of good hands in the back end of this defense in this game. They've got multiple interceptions. That was not another one, but they say people play defense for a reason.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Making side adjustments here. Fires to the middle. This time he's got it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. This should be the last play of the quarter. Leaves it with the running back. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth.